It's good.
Cabernet. And we are back. Another episode of the Cultured Misfits Podcast. I am Brandon, a.k.a. DJ Silk, and to the left of me, there is...
Rell.
And to the left of her...
Jennifer.
Hey, and I wish we could talk about why they're laughing, but we won't do that. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's nice to be back. We are in between Thanksgiving and Christmas and my birthday and a couple.
And my birthday.
And my birthday.
Hey.
When's your birthday, Rell?
April.
Okay. But no, well, my birthday is first, so that's what takes
When's your
precedence. The 21st of December. It's a Tuesday.
All right.
So I'm trying to figure out if anything's gonna happen. I was looking at airfare and stuff. I might have to skedaddle somewhere that weekend before. I don't know. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Well, Jen?
I'm good, thank you.
They're drinking wine out of bottles. Woodbridge. What is that? A Cabernet?
Can't say the label. No.
Okay, backwards. It's Cabernet.
It's a Cabernet.
Yeah.
Warm. Okay. All right. Well, so I thought it would be cool to warm us up.
Oh, we're not doing updates? Because I have updates.
Oh,
once in my life.
How you just going to skip over her like that? That's,
know.
you see how they do you?
Because in past, it's like, do we have any updates? And it's like, no, I ain't got nothing. And then it's just me.
He puts on a turtleneck and just...
Right.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They got jokes. Rell, what update do you have?
All right, y'all. So a couple weeks ago, I was looking for concerts. I'm like, okay, the world's opening back up, quote unquote. And I missed concerts. So I went on Ticketmaster and I was looking for events. And then it was like tonight, Willow Smith in concert. I was like, what the hell? It's $30. Let's go.
$30.
So I texted my friend. I was like, what are you doing tonight? And she said, nothing. I'm like, And she's always listening to that song, Meet Me at Our Spot. That's like on TikTok and everywhere with her, Willow Smith singing it. And she's like, that's the only song I know, but let's do it. And so we went down to Maryland. We went to see Willow Smith, and it was nice. I enjoyed myself.
Really?
With a bunch of kids.
No, there's a lot of grown people in there, which was interesting. I guess because it was a weeknight. I don't know.
I do not know anything she's saying.
You don't know?
I whip my
hair
hair back and forth. Yo. That was actually a hot record. I love.
She closed out the show with that.
I love playing that record in the club. I really.
I would leave.
You would leave?
If that song came, wrong club.
No,
Like,
but
we in
no,
a beat
no,
down
people
party.
like it.
No, back when it was out, when it was hit, adults. That
I
was
hated
a hot,
it when it was out.
Hot
That's
record.
probably why.
Oh,
Yeah. So okay, so she
but
put on a good show.
she did. She's a good entertainer, good artist. But it was like something random and like not planned. So
I'm
I
happy
was like,
for you.
yeah, I was like, look
like
at me being spontaneous because I'm the type of person who likes to plan things.
Yes, you are. You're very methodical, and pragmatic. So go ahead, Rell.
Look at me.
Look at you. I love it. I love that for you.
Okay, is that all for the updates, or are you sharing?
Not a whole list, but it's okay.
No, go through the list. Do the list.
No, I was just saying, I'm excited because I have vacation time coming up too. So I'll be off from work.
What are you gonna do with your time? What are you gonna?
I don't know. I'm trying to plan something.
When is your vacation time?
Well, I have a little bit coming up next week. I'm going to Texas. A friend of mine's getting married, so that's cool. And then the other is just from Christmas to New Year's.
Oh, okay.
So I want to plan. I don't know. What are you guys doing for New Year's?
It's my birthday.
Yeah, it is
New
your
Year's
birthday.
Eve. I'll be 30 years. Oh my God.
But you already know what you're doing. I have a trip planned.
Yeah, but for my actual birthday, I'm probably gonna work. It falls on a Friday. My birthday. I know. Nobody's making plans, so I'm just.
You have to make. You don't want to make. Plans?
Have to. This episode might be just right on time for what we're talking about. So the topic. No, you should plan something. Don't work on your birthday.
Why not?
No, don't work on your birthday. Yeah. That's your personal.
And this
holiday.
is a milestone birthday.
It's a milestone birthday. Yeah. It's on a Friday. Mm-hmm. Nah, fuck that. Don't work. No, that's silly. No. No. You can let the spot know you will not be working on amateur night.
I agree.
it's like New Year's Eve is amateur night anyway. It's the night that everybody who hasn't gone out since last New Year's Eve goes out
that
right?
night.
They go out that night. They have some traumatic experience, and they're like, "I'm
Oh
never
my
going out
God.
again until the next New Year's Eve," and then they're back to the dumb shit.
No, you know, I used to do the clubs and stuff for my birthday, of course, but last year I went down to Houston and I literally did the countdown in a restaurant. Like, and it was like a jazz band playing. It was so nice. And after that, I was like, I can't do the whole club thing no more. It's just too much. And I love the way that I brought it in just like that. And this year, I'll probably just have a dinner. Like,
Yeah.
just a dinner. But I can't do a club right now. It's weird.
Clubs are corny. I mean, I DJ'd plenty of times. New Year's Eve parties. You pay triple, quadruple what you normally would pay.
We've spent
right?
thousands of dollars in the club on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Thousands.
They give you a hat and some little noise maker
Cheesy
thing,
things, yeah.
and they give you some bullshit ass champagne.
And then they give you
That's
a
the
plastic fucking
Flute. Flute. Yeah, and you paid, you paid several $100s for this experience, and
several hundred. No, them sections are in the thousands.
Well, I'm speaking on just
Even
general,
just parties.
Just if you like,
Because outfits.
Yeah, I'm having flashbacks of it's like it's $100 a couple, and normally it's like 10 or 20 to get in the club, and literally the $80 that the extra money is going towards the hat and the nasty champagne and the countdown, and then lo and behold, there's always some motherfucker that wants to spring the question to their significant other around the time the ball drops.
Really proposed around me.
Yeah,
I've never had that. Well, you've been in clubs and stuff.
Yeah, like
don't propose to me in no club. Do not. And don't
The
propose
thing
to
is
me on
cute
my
'cause-
birthday. How you gonna take my day away?
Yeah, for you, it's your birthday, but
How you gonna take my day away to
I-
make
You're
something?
like, it's
now
a
I have
party
to share
and
it with
celebration on
my
every day
anniversary.
this
Hell
year.
no, I have to share my birthday with New Year's Eve, with Christmas. Like, no, I'm
Yeah.
not sharing it also with my anniversary. Don't
Ain't
you
nobody told you to come out on that day.
listen? I was ready. God said I saved the best for last.
First day
there.
of the month. Here I am.
I'm like, and just to tie this up with the bow, here's Jennifer.
How about that? Yeah. No, have a house party or something. Like, do something intimate. Maybe this episode will give you ideas. And the theme of this episode, we are going to be talking about parties, the art of the party, the lost art of the party. So, and I was hoping that the guest that I had lined up, like, she just throws parties every week. Like,
Really?
So we might have to do a part 2. We get her to come back. So, but, so Jen, do you have an update or any updates or what's up?
Updates?
See, this is why I had to do the warm up thing. This is exactly
You should have
why.
just continued to transition.
I know.
You
I
gotta
just
stop
thought-
and ask me.
I just thought, well, maybe she had something, but okay. All right. So I think we should start out. I want to start moving forward, start out every episode with a question just to lubricate, even though we seem to be lubricated between the small bottles of wine and shit. All right. So here's a question. You're on an airplane talking pleasantly to a stranger of average appearance. Average appearance, like you ain't paying that person no attention, right? There's just good conversation. Unexpectedly, the person offers you $30,000 for one night of sex. If you knew there was no danger and you'd get the money, would you do it?
Hell yeah. It's like, nah, I don't know. That scares me. That's not like that's some trafficking shit. That's what I was.
No,
but there's no
it's safe.
danger.
There's no danger. Like, it's safe. It's safe. All right. So, and if you're not sure if the payment were meaningfully raised or lowered, at what point would you change your answer? So I guess in the terms of lowering, they could be like, well, if you say no, all right, then 25,000, then 20, and you're desperate. But we're not going to go that way. How much would it take if $30,000 is not enough, and this person's of average intelligence?
Intelligence.
Average looks. So I'm trying to think of somebody that would. No, you just would think of an average person. So $30,000, one night of sex with this person.
I would say yes. There's people who have sex for $0. So
Is that you?
so
Okay. So 30. You wouldn't need 35,000.
30,000's a lot. That's a down payment on a house.
It is.
You know, you could buy a car.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I feel like you're selling yourself short. They're
I
offering
mean-
you 30 grand. So why not 35? Why not 40?
I mean, I would. This is something that I would not do, but if we're playing a game, I'll take it. The question was yes or no.
Okay. Well, no,
What
there was
was
a
what?
caveat. Like, if it was meaningfully raised, at what point would you change your answer? So, but you said yes at 30. So,
I mean-
so Rell,
It's
30K.
30,000 more than I did.
Right. Okay. Jennifer, what's up?
No, 30's
Don't make me
too.
look like a hoe now.
Yo, that was
I'm
a
holy
setup.
and sanctified. Okay. No, 30's too low of a number for me.
30 is too low.
Like, yeah, I would need more money than that.
How much would you need? What would be required for this person of average looks?
Like 50.
50. 50K. See, Rell, she's
Yeah.
She a hoe. Expensive hoe. It's like, stop.
Oh,
It's funny because I met someone on the plane, like on a plane like that. But like, we exchanged numbers. We didn't exchange.
No, shit like that for real.
foods.
It scares me. I'm fucking around, but I don't know. I couldn't do it. That shit scares me.
No, I wouldn't do it either. I'd be scared. Even like, there's nothing that you can do to assure me that it's going to be safe.
Yeah.
Like
They
in
would-
real life, I wouldn't. I'd be like, okay, creep. Like,
I'm like, let me see it. Let me see the cash.
oh, the cash. I thought you was talking about something else.
right.
That too.
He's average.
Oh,
Yeah, but
no,
he's
then-
average,
Hell
yeah.
no, you're gonna have to pay me double.
But I met someone on the plane once, and I wasn't paying any mind to him, and like I noticed him because he's very tall. He's a very tall guy, and that's what I'm like. Oh man, he's really tall. But when I'm on the plane, I sleep so that I'm rested when I get to my destination.
know,
So I
that's
wasn't
great.
paying any attention. But for like, you have to fill out immigration forms. This is pre-COVID, and like he didn't have a pen or something, or they already passed with the pens. And so I lent him my pen, and he was like, oh, that's very, like, thank you for being so kind. I'm like, I'm giving you a pen. But this is what I'm talking
And
about,
you
like,
miss your husband.
when I'm talking about I can't flirt.
Damn.
And he's like, oh, like, that was so kind of you, thank you. And I'm like, okay, bruh, it's a pen. Like,
You really dropped the ball on that
Damn.
flirt.
no, I didn't, because
You weren't
we still
interested?
talk to this day. So, it worked.
I gotta see what he looks like.
Yeah.
He's all right.
Can he swim?
He can, yeah.
How tall is he?
I don't know, 6.
That's all
5?
you had to say.
He's really tall.
That's good.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So Rell is 30. Jen is 50. That's okay.
And how
You're-
how much were you?
Yeah, $500.
He was like, you know what? Just
No.
for a conversation. He said, just for a conversation. You know, his corniness would have popped out just for a combo.
It's free. No. I mean, if they're offering 30, yeah. I don't know.
What did you have to think about?
I just was thinking of average, like all the different levels of average,
Mhm.
what average could look out to be.
But the average is not ugly,
Right.
right?
No, I mean,
What does average mean?
What? Just not
Like,
like
everybody-
a fucked up face.
Yeah.
Everybody, it's beauty's in the eye of the beholder. So I
Yeah.
don't know. I either think you're ugly or cute. Like that's it. There's no in between for me.
damn. I'm just thinking, Lord. I think, yeah. I mean, for if you're offering up 30, again, I done did it for free. Shit, actually, it's cost me money if you factor in the date and all the courting
Oh,
expenses.
Lord.
So
No, they didn't include any of that. They said
No.
$30,000 to
so
clap them
30.
cheeks. And are
If-
you doing it?
if we're having great conversation and whatnot, and she doesn't smell or anything, then we're good.
She's average. She has average smell. It's like, I don't know.
Yes, I would do it. I mean, listen, 30,000. That's way, man. That would be life changing for me for right now. There's just so yeah. I could put out for. I put out good. I'd give her 30,000 worth of.
Oh no.
Of activity. Yeah.
I would lay there like a fish.
I'd be like,
I'm like, I'm
you done? Bye.
Starfishing it.
Yeah.
Oh, you ain't shit. I feel like, look, man, if you gonna cut the check,
it's never gonna be shit.
I feel like if you're gonna, I feel like if you're gonna cut a check like that, if you're gonna buy me a low level Tesla for some dick, then the least I can do is really put out. Maybe there'll be another offer.
You're a good person.
Hey, treat people the way you want to be treated. If I paid $30,000 for some action, you better not be starfishing. That's all I'm saying. So, all right. So, are we lubricated? Are we all warmed up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, this is fun. So, house parties, the parties. Do you guys feel like the party scene has changed outside of COVID? We're gonna ignore that 2 years, but 2 years. But I don't, because of your ages, I don't know if you really got to experience the golden age of partying. What do you think?
I went to college. That's all we did on the weekends and stuff. That does count.
Well, I'm talking about like dancing.
You've never seen them dance? That's all they fucking do. They're all grinding and twerking and whatever they. These college parties be lit.
Well, I haven't been to a college party, and I haven't DJ. I haven't been one as an attendee in like 20 years. So there's that. And then as a DJ, what I will say is that I've noticed over the last decade or so, the how parties have changed, evolved. Like, people used to dance before. Now they don't necessarily dance. They're on their phones.
Yeah, lounges are more popular.
Yeah, there's like, this is the lounge situation. They're on their phone. They got a bottle. They're in VIP. They're just singing the hooks. There's not a whole lot of dancing.
I would agree with that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about in terms of change and whatnot. So, and then like lounges, we have lounges now. I miss the big clubs where, it's big, 1,000 people in there and, multiple rooms with different DJs and whatnot. I don't know in this area. I mean, I don't even know in Miami. I didn't club in Miami, so I don't know. But I know in our area, we don't really have that. So.
You do in DC.
Which club in DC?
The Perk at 14th. They have 4 levels, and each level has different DJs.
Okay.
And there's somewhere in Miami, I can't remember it. It's Costa Mangoes, but I don't think it's open right now because of COVID.
Okay, on Ocean. Yeah. So, I mean, it speaks to my point, which is that at this point in time, we're like we're thinking of places that actually meet that criteria. Where at one point in time, every place was like that. Now it's like, oh my gosh, everybody, it's really dry. So, what I miss about partying is house parties, which people don't seem to really do anymore, right?
Do people have houses that are big enough anymore?
Yeah.
Everyone lives in apartments now because they can't afford to buy houses, or they think that they can't afford to buy houses.
Those are the best house parties, though. Those are that's what I'm talking about. We don't need a whole lot of space. We just need the right people.
I feel like that's people's excuses. Like, that's their excuse. Like, my house is not big enough.
Man, I had a couple epic house parties here.
Your house is big.
I mean, but
it's not an apartment.
I know, but we're just on one floor, so it's not like we're all over the place. But I'm just saying, like, Jen, when's the last time you've been to a house party?
It's been a while. Long. Yeah. It's been a while.
It's been a while. Rell, when was the last time that you've been to a house party?
What's the definition of a house party?
Yeah, because
a party that happens within a house.
Any type of party? Like, is it a
Any-
holiday party, a birthday
Oh,
party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Not with your family though.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Right, because we don't house party with our family. It's not like so.
Um,
I'm talking about people that you know that you're cool with invited you to come over on an evening to have drinks, to eat, to talk shit, and just do whatever happens. That's what I'm talking about.
but I feel like people do. Those are like kickbacks. What we do now,
Yeah.
but then we like pregame and then we go out. Like I don't
Okay.
think anyone really hosts like house parties anymore.
And that's why we're going to change that with this episode. We're going to encourage people to have house parties, starting with Jen and her birthday on New Year's.
Well, for one, I don't like people having in my house.
See.
I told you it's this generation,
I don't like people in my house. I don't know. So a house party is out the question.
and it's a lot of work. Like the cleanup.
I know.
Right. So on
have to have
top
a good
of
team.
celebrating me, then I have to clean my house.
Yeah.
Like, no,
No,
thank
you need good friends when you.
And that's exactly why I haven't had another birthday party. Because the last one I had, I swear, when I was in the midst of preparing, no, it was after the next day when I was cleaning up.
Mhm.
I'm like, this is some fucking bullshit. Like, it's my birthday. I had to go and buy the liquor, I had to buy the
Mhm.
food, I had to prepare my house. Then I had, actually had the party. Had to wrangle people that showed up that weren't invited. Yeah. And then the next day I'm cleaning up. And like, how is this a birthday present to me? Like,
Right.
and everybody had a great time. I mean, they had a great time, but like in my basement, because I didn't use high gloss finish paint, I had a flat paint on the walls.
Everybody's ass cheeks.
The jeans, like
smeared.
it was across. It was like this jeans from people
my
grinding up on my
gosh, get
shit. I'm like,
out.
are you serious right now? And like, I had just painted. Like, it had been like a
I would
year.
be so
Mhm.
upset.
I would be
I would
too.
be beyond upset. So yeah, no.
Yeah. So, but it was an epic party. It was one for the book. So
Yeah.
I've actually not had great experience with throwing parties for myself. I had one for my 30th birthday. I had it at a Asian restaurant,
Mhm.
and my buddy he was a DJ on the radio and everything. He was like, I'll spend. This is my birthday present to you. I'm gonna spend at your party. I'm like, cool. That's what's up, right? So the only thing I had to do was bring my setup to make Yo, how about nobody liked the way he was DJing? So I ended up having to DJ the party. My own fucking birthday party. I had to DJ the party.
That's not
You
that
should
bad.
have just told him to
No,
suck it up.
no, that's bad because it's just me working.
Yeah.
Like, all these people are here for me, and I'm behind the turntables.
Oh, okay, yeah.
See, that's one thing that I hate about parties and things. Like, I think people forget, like, you're there to celebrate you. Like, why are they complaining to you about the music? Just enjoy the company of the people that are there and enjoy you. Like,
Right. Celebrate me.
yeah.
Now, on one hand, it definitely was a shot to the ego, like an ego boost, because they're like, I mean, at that time, I was at the pinnacle of DJ Soap.
Mhm.
So the fact that they enjoyed how I DJ'd so much that they're like, yo, can you just get on?
Mhm.
That was good, but but on the other end, I'm like, well,
I'm working.
I'm working.
Yeah.
I'm working. So, yeah. So, all right. Well, we're not doing a great job in helping encourage people to have parties. Jen's like, I don't want people in my house. I'm like, all the extra work.
I would
We're
host-
just in a new era. Things have changed. Why can't they leave them how they be? Like, if things are changing, why do you need to have house parties? I think times have changed. People are just so like, you can't untrustworthy. You just times are different, so you cannot open up your house to stuff like that no more. And that's the sad part of it. That's it. You would have to change everything else in order for that to happen.
I feel like, but that's if you just let randoms into your house, into your home. So what I'm thinking is, like, when I had my house party, it was people I fucked with, really fucked with.
I mean,
Like,
but we do that now. It's just gathering in the house. It's not probably like
yeah.
dancing and
no, it's all right with that. But we talk about different things now. We actually play games and stuff. It doesn't.
Well, there's different types of parties. We're gonna get into that. See, look at Jen. She didn't even get. I didn't send out the notes for this, so that's all good. So, house party games. Do you know of any? Do you play? What is your favorite house party game, bro?
Drinking game or just like regular
Any
game?
We're planting seeds of inspiration and ideas. So somebody's like, you know what? I'm gonna have a house party and we're gonna play.
So like I'm the queen of like games. Like I love like I do game nights and stuff like that.
I've never been invited. That's crazy.
Because she don't want random people up in her house.
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. I just came back.
All right.
But yeah, drinking game. I think it's like from college. Like I love Flip Cup. I don't care what nobody
that's
says.
probably one of my favorites.
Like
I
it's
love Flip Cup.
competitive. You can be on teams and you can include as many people as you
like
want.
battle of the sexes. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. I love it.
Okay.
So that's my favorite drinking game. I have to think of something else. You go ahead.
Jen, you got any?
My favorite game that's played at game nights is spades, but I'm never allowed to play, so I just like to watch it.
Why can't you play? You don't know how to
They
play?
say I don't know how to play. But nobody wants to teach me.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a conspiracy. I don't know how to play spades either.
I know to play. I know
What?
a little
You
bit,
don't know how
but
to
I don't
play?
play enough.
I don't. Okay. So the reason why I don't know how to play spades is because although I went to college, I didn't get a traditional start. So I started in community college first, and for like 1 year, then I ended up in UD was called the parallel program. So you took UD courses on Del Tech's campus. So I did that for a year, and then when I finally got onto campus, all the social relationships and everything had already been set. Like, so I missed the staying in the freshman dorms and building those relationships. So by the time I got there, people knew how to play spades like inside and out. And so
But they don't just teach spades in college.
Yeah,
But
it's
I
like a
Say
family
that's supposed
thing.
to be like, a culture thing.
Yeah, your family teaches you when you're growing up.
Well, I know people that learn in college, but I didn't get that. There's a lot of things that I missed out on. And then because I was a DJ, then I was always working at the fucking parties instead of. So again, So no, I don't know how to play spades. I think we should start a support group on how to play spades because I'm tired of being
Nobody
left out.
ever wants to teach me. And, I've dated my fair share of black men, and none of them would teach me. I remember my first boyfriend, his family, they were always playing in the kitchen all the time. I used to love that about them. Their mom would play with them. Like, it used to be so competitive. And I'm like, can I play? They never let me play. And the mom, like, she was the sweetest person to me all the time. When it came to spades, she'd be like, no, sit your ass there. I'm like, all right.
There's a lot of rules. Like, I feel like I only know like the preliminary rules. Like, this is a book and yeah.
We need to have a game night and do spades.
Okay.
All right.
I'm Jamaican, so we don't play spades.
Would you play dominoes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Kaluki. That's a card game. And I just learned that.
Okay. I struggle with card. I know how to play blackjack. That's about it. I just can't commit my brain to remembering. My dad tried to teach me how to play poker, and he was like running through it. I'm like, it was just womp 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 womp. The heart, womp 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 womp, king, womp 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 womp. I'm like, Dad, I can't do it. I can't function. So I need to go. I need to revisit that. So, okay, all right. Well, I actually went to a Christmas party Saturday night. And we played this game called Left, Right, Center. Have you ever heard of it?
Probably, but what's the rules?
Okay. So the rules are there's 3 dice, and you can either play with coins or money, right? And so you roll the dice, and depending upon how the dice go, you either have to, if it's left, if one die is left, then you give a bill to the person to the left of you. If one die is right, you give $1 to the bill to the right. There's a safe thing, so you don't have to give up anything. And then there's a star and that means you have to give it to the house. So
roll on a board.
You roll the dice. It's like a street game.
No, but what makes it left or right?
The dice have the symbols on it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I was thinking like a regular number die.
No. So it's specific, unique to the game. So you can play with coins or you can play with dollars. So the first game we played, we had $3. Mm-hmm. And so the pot was like $60, and I almost won. It was between me and this guy, and he got it. I'm so mad because I should have slid the dice because I do know how to slide dice to win, but I didn't want to be that guy. So
next time, be that guy.
Next time, be that guy.
I'm competitive,
right? So, and then the next time we played with 3 5s. So the pot was almost $300.
Wow.
So it's a really cool game. So and the thing is, you can, like, on your first roll, you can lose all your money. But the thing is, you don't leave the game because when the die come back around, the person next to you could end up handing you money. So you kind of hang out. So
so left, right, safe. So depending on what you roll, if you get left, you have to hand it to your left, the money that you have.
Yeah. So if it's like 3 die, let's say two of the dice land on left and one is center. So you would give $2, 2 bills to the person to your left of you, and then the other $1 to the pot. And so as the game goes, more and more money gets put in the pot, and then eventually, you're down to 2 people, and all the money's in the pot except for what they have. So it's an easy game. It's fun. You can get it on
and
Amazon
whoever has
for $9.56. What? No.
So the person who still has money in their hand after going back and forth is the one who wins the pot. Like, how do you win the pot?
As soon as if they're the last person with money in your hand. That's
okay.
It. Yeah. So that's it. You have the last. You like I lost because I had a bill. I rolled the dice.
And you had to pass it.
And and it went to the pot or to him. It just wasn't a safe thing. So, so we were playing, and it's a fun game. So $9.56 on Amazon.com.
What is it called?
Left, right, center.
Okay.
Just left, right, center. So
that's a cute game.
It is. And I mean, you come up. Like, nobody minds losing $3.
Right.
I do. I'm a sore loser.
For a game, though? That's a fun game.
No, but I'm super competitive, too. I'm like a bad sore loser. Like, I won't even shake your hand. That's how bad it is. I hate losing.
I'm very competitive. Like, my best friend always makes fun of me because when we do games night, she's like, she's really competitive. Y'all watch out. But, like, I'm competitive, but I'm a good sport. Like, I'm not going to be bad or, like, at the end of the flipping the table like Jen.
I didn't say I flipped the table. I just said I won't shake your hand.
Lord. Well, so there's that's a good game to play. There's also 2 truths and a lie. So basically, if someone picks out the wrong lie, they got to take a shot. You hate the game?
I hate that game.
Why do you hate it?
So corny.
Everything is corny for Jen.
That game is dumb.
It's like Never Have I Ever.
Yeah, like I think it's too childish for me.
But if you lose, you get to take a shot. Someone picks out the wrong lie, they got to take a shot. If they get the lie right, the person who told the lie has the drink. That's a good drinking game.
It's too long of a game. I love fast-paced games. Because then you got people there trying, like, let me think of a truth. Let me think of a lie. That's so annoying. I'm like, hurry up. Like, you lie all your life, and now you can't lie. Now you can't freaking get a lie out of nowhere.
Oh, no.
Damn.
So what game do you like? What
she likes Flip Cup.
I love Flip Cup. I could play that game all day long.
You know another party game that I like?
What's that?
Is it like called like the Pink Elephant? Like where you...
Nah, that's fucking cruel.
I love that.
What's the Pink Elephant?
So basically, everyone brings a gift to the party, and then as the host, you can add more gifts and just to like a couple more gifts, like 2 or 3, just so that you have more to choose from. And then everyone picks a number. Like, so say there's 10 of us, you put number in a hat or whatever to draw, and the number you pick designates your order in which you get to pick gifts. And gifts you pick and I think you can steal twice, one gift twice. But after that when that second person has the gift, no one else can take it. So like you went for like you want the highest number so that you want something in the middle or a high number so that
you could pick
last.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can like say I got a gift card, and then you got, and then you came along and you picked. You could either steal my gift card, or like open a gift. So say you open a gift and you got socks.
Oh, okay.
And you didn't like it, like, and then usually like if you got socks, no one's gonna steal your gift. And you'll just be sitting there, and then people will be like, "Don't you want socks? You can have socks." Like it's just so funny because they're desperate, trying to get rid of their stupid gift.
It's a fucking mean game. It's a mean game because people are cruel. They really are cruel. They'll take shit from you just because they know you want it. They don't even want it, and they're just like, "I'm just gonna take it." Yes. It's cruel.
He's speaking from personal experience.
Yeah. Fuck that game. Fuck that game. So. That's a holiday game too. That's like Christmas. Usually people do it with when they're exchanging gifts. So, all right. Well, so what about theme party themes? Have you ever been to any cool?
Oh, and I love Trouble. That's probably my favorite game to play.
Are you talking about the game from the 70s with the pop?
Yes,
pop thing?
Me and my literally will. My sister will like parties. They'll bring it out. It's a wrap. I'm like, I'll punch you like. It's bad.
It's a good game.
I'll play with kids. I'll play with anybody. And I don't have no mercy.
Oh,
like,
God.
if you're losing, I'm like, ah.
And I like Trouble because you can't cheat.
You really can't cheat.
I'm like,
So I'll bring that to me at any party. I'll whip it out. I have a little
game.
pocket one, too.
I was going to say that I had a travel one. And we used to take that. Like, growing up, we used to take it everywhere. It's lit.
I feel like I'm going to host a game night with all these games. There actually used to be, shout out to Stacy, Tasty Treats, Philadelphia. She used to have parties on Sunday nights. It was called Tasty Treats in Old City. At the
sounds
spot
sexual.
No,
Doesn't
it was, no.
Oh, you're going to a party? What is it called? Tasty Treats?
Yeah.
Yeah, like tasty cakes. Like, the thing. And actually
I got another swingers party.
no, this is before those days. Actually Questlove used to DJ every Sunday, and she had board games and stuff at the party, so people would be dancing, but then there was people sitting around playing Connect 4, playing like really fun games. It was really dope scene every Sunday night at the 5 spot. I would love for somebody to reincarnate that, because that was just a really cool vibe. So
that sounds cool. I would do that.
Yeah. Any other theme ideas or
theme
parties
parties
you've been to or would love to do?
I want to do like a murder mystery. I know that's not like a real game, but like I always see people do murder mystery like dinner parties and stuff.
That's real fancy, like
And
real upstate New York shit.
I've
like
never done
Manhattan,
it.
also New York shit.
You wouldn't do it?
I would do it.
Yeah.
I would do it, but that's weird.
I don't know what else. What other themes, like costume parties? I don't know.
Well, so like you could do a tasting party.
Okay.
Where like wine, beer, scotch, whatever you choose your
I'm
liquor.
going to one on Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, just like that. What's the
just wine tasting. She's hosting like a party at her house, and then she's hiding all the wine, and we're gonna guess like which one's the most expensive.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
Okay. So a version of that is everybody brings a bottle to share.
You try
different brands, different types and stuff, so that you could. So that's actually cool. Of course, you have your viewing parties, for your favorite event, award show, fight, whatever, right? A favorite things party, like Oprah. Like you ask each guest to bring one of their favorite things and enough for each party guest. So I guess that could be food or something genuine like that.
Why? I didn't say anything.
You just look very intense for a second there.
It's like it's all food, or it can be like
It could be anything, I guess. I mean, I guess it depends on your.
That sucks
your
because if you have a count of guests and you bring enough for that amount of guests, it's always one person that brings an additional person.
We're gonna talk about that.
mm-hmm.
That's part of the etiquette. That's part of the etiquette. Don't be bringing people. Don't bring randoms to people's house, and that's
rude.
It is rude.
That's
is
rude. Ask if you really want that person. Please ask. That's all right.
Yes.
Hey, is it okay if I bring a plus one? And then I'm like, oh well, who is it? Then I'm like, oh, okay, that's fine, but please ask. Don't bring no, because I used to have like football parties at my house, and big games, and I remember my ex at the time. He invited his friend. Okay, his friend came. His friend was like, oh, can I bring somebody? They didn't tell me. He said, yeah, okay, brought him, whatever. The following time I had another party, he brings a different girl. So, mind you, one of them was presented to me as his wife. So now you bring in another female into my house. Like, I don't do that messy stuff. But he wasn't asking if he didn't ask about this girl. I'm like, no. I said, he is not allowed to bring another fucking guest in this house because you're not going to have me up here with the messy shit. That's why. Don't.
Yeah. That's messy.
Messy. Because then you're going to put me in a position where if that really was your wife, she's like, oh, was he there with somebody else? I'm like, no. I'm like, damn.
Right.
No, I'm not doing that.
Lord.
That's why.
Yeah, no, it's funny. Like the party. So the Christmas party that I went to on Saturday, I was probably one of the youngest people there. So it was an older party. I was like, oh my God, see my mom over there and whatnot. I was a little like, oh, I'm getting older. Like I forget. I really do forget at times my age. So, but it was. I don't want to say it was an upscale party, but everyone there was professional and clearly was doing okay for themselves. So we're playing left, right, center.
They got $3 to put on the table.
And these people come in, and there's a guy. He looks like he's Middle Eastern. This motherfucker got Timbs on, like gray. They were nice Timbs, but they were gray. He still had the tag, the leather, the tag that's still on it. He had them perfectly unlaced, and his jeans fell. I mean, you could tell he put a lot of effort to this look, right? When he walked in, I really felt like, I don't like this guy. There was something about him, just didn't like his energy, whatever. But didn't pay him no mind. So he was walking around, whatever. So we played the first round of left, right, center. And then later on, we're playing the second round. It was like an hour later. We're in the midst of this game. Everybody's having a ball. And this joker comes from the living room area, whatever, and approaches the host, who's a really nice guy, and is just like, if you don't want me here, then just tell me and I'll leave. Right. So the host is like, wait, what? Who told you that? Who told? What are you talking about? He was like, I just don't feel welcome here. And he was like, well, who said or did anything to make you feel like you're not welcome? The guy's like, I don't understand. Like, I'm just not here to sit here and watch you guys play this game. This is not right. Now, what's fucked up is this shows you how great the game is. The game is still going on. Like, the dice is going around and people are rolling. And so we're just like, those who are watching is kind of watching like, it's a little strange. This is really weird. So the host is like, man, I don't know what to tell you. Like, just I
go play a game.
Right. Like, just no, go leave. Like, just like get out of my face, right? So the guy's like, I'm just gonna go upstairs.
In his house?
No.
Yeah, we in his house, right?
No.
Because I think
so. The Middle Eastern guy said, I'm just gonna go upstairs.
I'm just gonna go upstairs.
Upstairs where?
Well, I think so. He came with two women, and one of the women went upstairs and was laying down because they were friend, like, it was her friend, right? So The host is like, nah, no, you're not. You can go right over there in that room and sit down, right? Right. So, I mean, his whole, like, this guy is so nice. And I thought he was getting ready to cut this guy, dude, right? So then the host walks him into the room where the other woman in is like, yeah, you get your friend,
Get
you
your
gotta
boy.
go. Like,
Yeah.
you gotta go, right? Right. So this guy was not invited. So what happened was the two women were invited. Apparently he stopped by the house, and so they just brought him on along for
They
whatever.
previously invited him.
I know, right? And the only reason why I know this is because I made the joke. I said, leave it to the guy in the Timbs to start some shit. And the woman that was upstairs heard me say it, and she got offended, right? She was like, you shouldn't talk about people who wear Timberlands. And I'm like, well,
The fact that she said the entire name
Yes.
and not Tim's. Girl, shut the fuck up.
I'm like, well, see, I was really joking, but now that you done made this serious, we can have a real conversation about this.
Oh, Lord, B.
He's that asshole.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, no. But I mean, because it was clearly a joke, but now she's standing up for him. She didn't even know what happened. So she's like, well, you're just stereotyping people. And I'm like, well, you know what? 20 plus years of being a club DJ, 99% of the time, every time shit went down, somebody had some Timbs on. So I'm just saying. And she was like, well, and I said, and notice he's wearing Timbs and he started some shit. So how you going to defend him? Well, it's just not nice to stereotype. I'm like, well, no, I mean.
But what were you stereotyping?
The fact that he was wearing Timbs and acting like an asshole.
So just the Tim wearers.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, I was really, it's funny. I'm like, I didn't tell her this. I was like, I've owned plenty of Timbs in my life. I don't wear them now, but I'm just saying it was a joke where like he was really wearing these Timbs like he was going to a New York club, or I don't know what he thought he was, where he thought he was going. He was very proud of his
It's
Timbs.
cold outside. You don't know.
You know, and she was like, well, he's got money. He's got money.
Nobody
He's got all that.
said Tim's are not cheap, first of all.
Right.
Now they're like $210 for men's. Like I bought several pairs and they're like $210. They're not cheap.
They're not.
No, but I think her point was I was supposed to, like, since he has a house that was bigger than the house that we were in, which was actually a pretty big and nice house, that automatically made like he's decent, and I shouldn't assume that he's a dickhead for acting like a dickhead.
I hate people are like that because what you have, your material things, your wealth doesn't mean anything.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that you're a quality person. Doesn't mean that you deserve to be here.
Yep.
So,
but that was my uninvited guest recently thing, you know. And then I mentioned when I had my house party here, I had uninvited guests come and show up, and it's just like, oh God, I didn't invite you.
But you know, it's crazy now. Like I have friends that all my friends know better. Like they would never. Yeah. They would never.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. When this happened, I was working part-time at the Apple store, and Apple store employees at Christiana Mall back in the day, they went hard in the paint. Like I never knew that people did drugs so freely, and just like the parties were the kind of stuff that you just like, we just needed to have cameras because the footage would be so crazy. It's the shit that would happen. So I invited people from the Apple store, but I made it a point to be like, "Lo, keep this shit on the low because I don't need
everybody coming.
Yo, and these motherfuckers was showing up like,
hey,
yo, right? Bringing bottles, trying to walk out with the bottle. I'm like, nah, that's not how this works. Party etiquette. What happens when you bring a bottle to a house, Jen?
You leave it there. The fuck
Agreed.
you mean?
Right. I had to enlighten a couple people to that. And
I've had people bring personal bottles.
Like small bottles for themselves?
Yeah. It was a bottle of Alizé.
Oh, shit.
Because, I used to, when I first, like, got on my own and stuff, I would have, like, my friends come over. And I remember my friend, to this day, we're still friends. We've been friends for probably 15 years now. He brought a personal bottle of Alizé and he could fit it in his pocket.
Oh Lord.
He pulls it out and I'm like, well, where's the rest for everybody?
He's like, what you mean?
He was like, well, I didn't know people like this. And to this day, we all clown him. Be like, remember when you brought the personal bottle to Jen's party? We never let
As
it
you
die
should.
down.
As you should. Remind
So
him.
now he will bring fully baked bottles. And he spends good money on his liquor now. Like he doesn't buy that cheap shit at all. Like if he needs to spend it, he'll spend it. No longer. I'm like, a fucking bottle of Alizé. What the fuck?
Yeah, nah. I mean, people don't know. I did feel bad because one kid.
Wait, have you ever had somebody bring a half bottle open already?
Yeah.
Is that bad etiquette too?
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
I've had people bring me.
I think it
half
depends
open
on like
bottles already.
The
like
party.
the party.
the
Like
event,
if
yeah.
I think that's weird. I don't know why.
Yeah.
No,
Leave
it
at
is
home on your
it's-
bar
it's
and
ex-
then bring something.
It's extremely weird, but then I take it back to you don't know people's circumstances, like
They probably
financially.
feel obligated to bring. Well,
Yeah.
I've always felt obligated to bring something to somebody's house when I go over, so I could understand that. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you're like money, whatever, you just couldn't.
You just
know,
want to
contribute something. Yeah, so I did. There was one kid. I didn't know he was underage, and he had bought a bottle of Hennessy, and I'm like, nah, dog, you gotta leave that, right? And then I explained to him, and he was like, okay, I get it. And then somebody mentioned his age, and I'm like, oh man, you don't get your liquor that easy. Go ahead, take your bottle, man. Like you can take your bottle because it's not like he can just go to the store and easily get it to another one tomorrow. So I did feel a little bad, but his ass shouldn't have been at the party anyway. He was one of the ones I didn't invite that just showed up with his bottle of Hennessy that he was.
No, I said nope. That's how you teach them from that age. You don't give them no passes.
Well, he
Go ahead.
learned. Hey, he learned the lesson, and he wasn't going to take it. Like he was cool with it, and I'm like, no, I insist that you take it because I feel
after
bad.
you made him feel bad, I wouldn't want to take it either. Shit.
Teaching them lessons. But no, I'm not. I ain't want his bottle of Hennessy. I would have never felt right in my little bar situation. I would have always looked at the bottle for as long as it lasted. Like,
he shouldn't have been drinking anyway. So now his little body wasn't probably prepared for liquor anyways. The fuck, I wouldn't feel bad. Fuck you drinking. I would have taken that shit. What are you drinking for anyways? Yeah, I'm that one.
Is there any other party etiquette things that you can think of?
Bathroom etiquette at people's houses. It's don't clog shit up. Don't take a shit in my bathroom.
What if
they gotta go? They gotta go.
I know. How do you control that?
Right.
Nobody intentionally is like, I'm going.
Your
to
mac
Jen's
and cheese
house
gave somebody bubble guts, and they just.
No, like I've had friends come over and stuff, and they've like
blew your shit up.
Yeah, or like just keep it clean. Why? Like I don't know. Like they get water everywhere.
Yeah, that happened at my party.
That's what bothers me. Like, come on, wash your. You don't gotta be like splash.
Or wipe down after you're done.
Yeah, that's another. Just treat the house that you're in like
It's
I know.
your
Your face.
Right. Don't be disrespecting my home with your Sauvignon. Did I say it right?
Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay. Yeah, like respect the house. Any other things that you can think of, or
don't go in people's cabinets and don't open fridges.
And try to come on time. Like if it's a dinner party and someone's like, it depends. Like depending on the party, But like if someone's cooking dinner.
Yeah, either come on time or be very, very late. Like, don't be coming in the midst of dinner. Like, if you're going to be late and miss dinner, then just miss dinner and come for dessert. I concur.
But I feel like your people too. Like, I know who to tell that the party's at 6:00, and I know who to tell the party's at 8.
Okay.
Yeah, you're playing chess. You're playing chess. You're playing 3-dimensional chess on that. Yeah. Okay.
Like the reservation is for 7, but girl, we got to be there at 5:30.
That's a big of a gap.
Some people need it.
CP time. People be on CP time. How about feeding the people food?
If you have a house party, you should, and you're hosting, I think you should provide food.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And it doesn't need to be big ass dinner courses. It could be appetizers. Just feed them. Like, especially if you're doing liquor, also feed them. Come on.
And if you want to get away with less food, you do a later party and do like, like a cocktail party.
Oh yeah, like
versus a dinner party. So you don't have to feed people a full meal.
You taking those, Jen?
No,
your party?
No, I'm not having a party.
For your birthday party, your birthday shindig.
And that's another tip. Don't throw your own birthday parties, because then you get stuck with the cleanup like you.
Yeah, I got stuck.
Like your friends and your family should throw you a birthday party. Or if you are, have your friends, like, get help from your friends to help clean up. Because you shouldn't spend your birthday cleaning up.
I concur with you on that.
And another thing, how you were saying, like, you put out for like money and liquor and all that for your parties. That's another reason why I don't throw birthday parties for myself anymore. Like, I just travel now, because that money that you put into a party and like the time you spent cleaning up, I'm like, oh, I could have went somewhere for a couple days and relaxed.
I know, but I don't have anybody to throw me anything. So yeah,
It's like,
this year you gotta plan something. This year,
okay, this year.
Jen's like, nah, dog. Fuck out of here.
All three of us in here.
It's my birthday month. Okay, I celebrate myself this month.
Good. As you should.
No, so there is a challenge with everybody has these dietary restrictions and different
I don't give a fuck about dietary restrictions. Nobody makes, maybe the rich white folks do, but we don't make parties. Oh my God, there might be allergic to peanuts. Oh my God, no, either you eat at your own risk. Do you make parties like that?
So you like, fuck them. But my sister,
you're an adult.
the only reason, so I'm Jamaican. Not all Jamaicans eat pork, so people keep that in mind. So you'll have fish or another meat available, for people who come. 2, my sister has a peanut allergy. And my sister went to a party, and she's very vigilant of that. She doesn't, because of that now, she doesn't eat out very often, or she's very cautious about what she eats.
Right.
Because she went to a birthday party. She asked the mother that was hosting the party, what is in this? And she's like, oh, it's just chocolate chip honey or whatever it was. Girl, that girl ate that cookie. And she had to take her EpiPen. We had to go pick her up and take her to the hospital. So it is important. So you don't have to cater to people, but you should at least know what's in the food.
Yeah, I mean, I would know what was in my food, and then they could ask me, but I'm saying it'll all be placed there. If somebody reached out to me and like, Jen, I really can't. I'm
gluten-free.
I don't give a fuck about gluten. No, it's not that if it involves you an allergic reaction for death and stuff. Like, no,
if you're gonna die, then I'll help you out. But if you're not, you just shit out of luck.
Lord, fuck you and your allergies.
No, I'm gonna know what's in it. But if somebody reaches out to me like, hey, Jen, I really cannot eat this, I'll make an effort to have them a whole separate type of food. I'm like that. Like, yeah, like if they can't eat certain something, I'll be like, you know what? Then I'll make it without pork. Especially because I have friends that are Muslim, so they can't eat pork. So I'm like, okay, that doesn't have pork in it, and I make sure that I don't like cook it with everything else. Like I'm mindful like that, But if you have a peanut allergy and you're an adult in my house, you should know what has peanuts in it.
I agree.
I'm sorry. Like, I can't.
When I was younger, when you were saying that, a friend, I don't know, she's not even a friend of mine, an associate of mine, we used to have parties and no one cared about her. Like, she was vegetarian. And so she used to be wearing her vegetarian nuggets to heat up and stuff.
Yeah.
See, that's all that fancy shit nowadays.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll have stuff. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's why you do your menu for your food to make sure it caters to everybody. Like, okay, if you're doing a ziti with meat, just do one without one, and then boom, there you have at least one tray for
somebody,
non-vegetarians. or whatever.
I feel like just on the reverse of that, like, yeah, the flip side of that, like if you're a person that has special dietary needs, then you need to bring your own shit.
No, I wouldn't want people to bring their own stuff to my house because I would want them to feel at home.
Yeah, you want to host them.
Well, I mean, yeah, but I mean, you can have some things, but I mean, just in general, like depending upon, like you have someone who's vegan, it's because I mean, I've been to parties and stuff where there were special things for and it was untouched. So it's like, damn, we went through all that effort.
But that's why you have that conversation. Like, is anybody allergic to anything? Or if you have allergies or you can't eat, just let the host know. That's it. Because I'm telling you, if you don't let me know, then I'll do my best to cater to everybody. But if you specifically let me know, I'll make that effort beforehand. Not that you can't. Oh, I'm allergic to that. I'm like, all right, bitch, we're going to be hungry today.
But I feel like even my sister, well, I can't say everybody, but like you should be laid back a little bit to say like, okay, I know I have this food allergy, so there's a chance that I may not be able to eat.
Yeah,
at
you
this
should
party.
just go into it.
Be prepared.
You just go into it knowing. That's why I'm kind of like, if you have these needs that are not mainstream, then actually I had a barbecue and the girl she bought her own shit. And I wasn't even mad at that. I'm like, thank you, because now she's eating, she's comfortable, and everybody's happy. Like, if
I don't think I would be offended. Like, I wouldn't be offended if you brought your own things because you have.
Yeah.
Or like even people that are like on diets and stuff, they can only eat certain things. That doesn't offend me at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll actually make it for here, but I'll be like, here, grab a plate, or I'll plate it for them and everything. Like,
look at you being all nice and.
I'm a nice person. I don't know what ever made you think I was mean.
The way you delivered that just reeked of meanness and coarseness.
She's a nice person.
Yeah.
I'm the nicest person on earth.
Oh, Lord. Oh, gosh. On earth? The whole earth?
The entire earth.
Ah, okay. So how do DJ or no DJ at your shindig?
No, you could just have a playlist going because people are talking in amongst it. Like, unless you were like line dancing and shit like that, then okay. But you should have a playlist. Have a playlist. You don't need to do a DJ. For a house party, I don't think no DJ.
Yeah.
You were going to say DJ because you're a DJ, but
no,
I
actually,
like playlists too.
No, because we're in an era now where people like to do shit like roll up to the DJ with their phone with the YouTube video. That's like, I want to hear this song. You got an aux cord? Like, bitch, you don't see me with these two turntables. Like, I'm actually mixing and shit. You want to like play this random, like, get the fuck out my face. So in the club, it's easier because usually the DJ booth is away and there's a security. There's like layers of protection, and then I have somebody with me that is the ultimate buffer. Like, they'll take the request or whatever. But in a house party is different because you're just really accessible. People could just roll up on you. And we do live in an on-demand society now where people, instead of letting the DJ just do their thing, it's like they want to program it. I want to hear this song. Can you play that song? It's like, nah, why don't you just fucking let me do what I do and enjoy yourself?
When I always bartend for a good friend of mine for his house parties. He has one every year outside and he always has a live band. He gets Best Kept Soul.
Yeah.
They come and they play,
Nice.
so they don't have a DJ, and it's really nice. Like he'll like have a dance floor out there and everything, and it's my favorite place to bartend at. Like, it's so
That's
live
awesome.
in there. So
Yeah.
that's another thing. If you don't want people doing that, going up to your DJ, have a live band.
But Best Kept Soul is really good. I've seen them perform.
They're good. Shout out to Best Kept Soul. No, I like if it's a house party, like I really would love to have a house party, like where people dance. Not a dinner party, not a game night. I'm talking about like just move the furniture.
You have to know
just,
like your friends though. Like, do you have a
You're
lot
in
of single
different
friends?
age group
Do you
now.
have?
You were twerking and grinding and all that shit when you were younger, but now it's just like, you still want to do that?
Well, no. No. I mean, it's
That's
not
what
we
I'm
didn't twerk and
saying.
grind. But see, so my
No,
age,
y'all
my-
were grinding and bumping over it. Don't.
I mean, we were, and so, and that
even.
is still behavior that we can look. we're still young.
Y'all set the
enough
tone
that-
for this generation, so don't even.
No, because this generation just be on the phone, TikTok and everything.
No, we
like,
don't.
If it's
no,
not
we
a set
don't. You don't see
TikTok
how we be
dance-
grinding and stuff.
No, show
At least
me.
we're dancing.
That where is this happening at? Where is this happening at? Because please let me know.
I see it all the time. You don't go to clubs. I see it all the time.
Jen, when we went out the other night, there was like
See, the truth.
There was
comes
like-
out.
They weren't dancing.
that one dude who would get up every
I don't
5
even like dancing. I
songs
don't.
and be like, "Hey!" and like drop it low and bring it back up. And then he went back and sat and smoked his hookah. And then there was
I
a girl.
like to dance, but
Mm-hmm.
I like to dance by myself. I don't like people to approach me. Like I love to like 2-step and dance by myself.
Mhm.
So that's
See,
I don't like people approaching me.
there was a time.
It's a little dick over there.
There was a time where people would go to the club or go wherever and they would dance. And I mean to the point where, to the extent that when the party night was
That's not
over,
cute no
people
more.
were sweating.
They sweat
were
out their
sweaty,
hair,
and
their
but they had a
makeup is
great
nasty.
They
time.
have lace fronts now,
Mhm.
makeup. We can't do all that. I'm sorry. I don't
and
like
it's
this.
a problem. And it's a problem because we're not
That's really
having
why.
fun. We're not having.
But
it's
what
not
if
even
it's fun for them?
They don't. You don't know they don't know the fun that they're missing. The adrenaline. Like if you like the fuck, then you should probably halfway like to dance because it's the prelude. It's a prelude to sex. It's for
What?
like if you're dancing with somebody that you're attracted to and you're feeling each other, all the grinding and rub. It's an endorphin thing. Like it's a lot of fun.
I'm like, you got one song for me to grind on you. Then we're going upstairs.
Yep, you and your 6 minutes. You got 6 minutes to make this
you know
happen.
what? The older you get, just certain shit doesn't move the same anymore.
Oh my God.
Only if
Okay?
you stop moving. Only if you walk away from it.
Knees start hurting more. Everything.
Gotta
everything,
stretch.
everything. I stretch enough. I'm just saying.
That is you not talking.
I know
I've
you
been doing
non-ass
yoga.
stretcher.
I've been
I know
doing
you got
yoga and
talking running
stretching.
7,000 miles and don't stretch.
Yeah,
I know.
I'm good. I'm flexible though. No, but seriously though, it really. I think about my youth, the late '90s and the early 2000s, where people like they really, really danced. They really had a good time. Like the end of the night, sweaty, fun. You just had a good time. Versus where we're at now, where it's like.
What if it's just a different type of fun? That's what I'm saying. Like, why do we have to go? We don't have to.
You don't have to, but I do feel like if people
If
started
you want a
dancing
house
again,
party, throw a house party. Nobody's stopping you. That's what I'm saying. Nobody's stopping anybody from making
Throw a
one.
house party. Let's
we're
go. I'll
We're just
come.
having. Here we go again. We're having a conversation for the episode of the podcast.
Right, but I don't have to agree with everything you say, right?
wasn't asking you to agree.
But that's
with
what
me.
I'm saying. If you want to have a house party, just have a house party. You set the tone for it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened here.
Nothing
I
happened.
don't know.
Yes, we're talking. We're encouraging people. What kind of house party are you gonna have? So I would love to have that. People dancing. They can mark up my walls. So I'm getting ready to paint everything anyway, so they can get their gene dye on my walls and
Now you're gonna do
whatnot.
high gloss now, so that you don't have to.
Well,
worry about
yeah,
that.
after that.
You
So
just
after
wipe
the
it
party,
off.
then I'll paint. Yeah. So
That'd probably motivate you to get the paint done.
yeah,
Like these
yeah,
damn jeans.
yeah. So no, I do miss the way people used to party. I do. It's kind of disappointing. This lounge shit, just TikTok dances.
I like it.
I like it. I feel because
I
I'm like a
like it.
laid back
Yeah.
person.
That's what I'm saying. Well, I think
And-
we're all different. So that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe we like to keep it like that because we changed it to what we wanted it to be. That's why people
Mhm.
smoke cool. I'm a laid back girl too. Like, I don't. I just watch from a distance.
When's the last time you danced with somebody?
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But see, I don't like grind. If I'm
Well,
dancing
no,
with
so
a
the
partner, I
two-step.
love to dance salsa, merengue, bachata,
Mhm.
but I don't really go to a lot of Spanish clubs. So
Mhm. You don't get to.
yeah, and then
See?
I
Well,
don't miss. I don't. But the thing is, I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I feel like
No.
I'm experiencing the fun that I think is fun for me.
Bro, when's the last time you danced?
Um, what is that? Halloween.
Oh shit! Let's talk about you dancing on Halloween. What happened? Set the stage. Set the
Yeah,
story.
I went out to this. It's like a small bar. There's like an outside and inside. I'm with my friend. We didn't really have plans for Halloween, but then we're like, oh, let's go out. I like literally went. We went to Walmart. I got a pair of ears. I painted a little nose on my nose,
Okay.
and we went in, and that was it. The DJ was really good.
Where was
And,
this at?
In Maryland.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a small bar.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I still enjoyed myself. And they had like the heaters outside to like keep you like so you could be inside or outside. Yeah. But I was surprised by like everyone's out, like people like really. It made after like me like only having ears on. Like next year, I want to like dress up. I'm never really a Halloween person, but I hope to be able to go to a party or plan something.
People go hard in the paint for Halloween.
Mhm.
Like it is their opportunity
To shine.
live out their slutty desires. That's what it is,
Yeah.
and I love it.
One girl was Britney Spears from what is it when she's in that red like
The
leather suit,
I don't know what it is.
and
like.
she had her hair, she looked like she
Oh, that's a hot outfit.
Yeah,
That's a hot.
it was really
outfit. I
hot.
like that.
what, I can't remember the song, but yeah, it was really nice.
Okay.
And yeah.
That's cool. Well, if you're gonna hire a DJ, right? Always consider where you're gonna set the DJ up at. It's very important. Have a fucking table for the DJ. I was looking at a DJ forum, and there was this whole discussion about, the question was, do you bring your own table or not?
Yes.
To the DJs.
You should,
You
because
should.
you know what
You're always
size is
prepared.
going to hold your equipment.
No. Fuck no. I'm not traveling with furniture. It's in the contract. When I sign a contract, when we establish what is needed, a 5-foot table, access to a power outlet, and a chair. I am not traveling with a damn table. Like, if that's going to be the standard, like, no.
They're fold up tables though.
Yeah, no, that's just one more thing to carry. So, no. I just take
Were
personal
people
offense.
agreeing with you or no?
No, like the younger DJs were like, I travel with a table all the time. And the
It's
older
just being prepared.
DJs were like, nah, son, I ain't trying. Like, if I show up and there's no table, guess what? Nothing's happening until you provide me a table. So, I mean, especially if it's in a contract. If it's not, if you don't, like, I've always, from day one, that was always a fear that I had, that I would go somewhere and they would not have a place for me. So it was always discussed, like, what do you need? I need a table at least 5 feet in length, rectangular. Don't be trying to hit me off with a round dinner table, like just a desk or whatever. No, I need a 5-foot table. So
I mean, if you ask for it up front, yeah,
it's in the contract. It's always in the contract. So, and if you can't provide it, then let me know, so then I can. But then the price changes. So, also, please try to set up the DJ near a bathroom. It's always nice and convenient. You know, those little things mean a lot, you know. Make sure your party actually really requires a DJ. I've had people call me for like their baby shower or like their child's first birthday, and I'm like, the fuck you need a DJ for that?
to play music in the
Yo,
background.
I've been to baby showers with DJs and they're lit.
Yeah.
They got liquor
play
there,
music when the
everything.
people are
Yeah,
eating.
they're lit.
Yeah.
I guess.
And then you can be like the MC, you provide the mic when
He's
they're
a
trying to play the
bougie
games.
DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely bougie DJ. I don't want no parts of the bullshit. Like, I just want to make people dance. So
Little kids be dancing.
Yo, little kids, to this day, I hate mystical shake it fast, shake your ass.
Shake fast.
And the reason why, because the year that came out, I was DJing for the city of Wilmington. They had a roller skating party. Like, the city of Wilmington.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah, they had like a truckload of roller skates and the kids, and those kids asked for that record nonstop. And I'm talking about as mystical as Shake It Fast. Watch it. They're coming up to me asking me if I can play it. I'm like, you want me to play? You want me to play the record that's playing right now? You're asking me.
Oh, stop!
No.
It's part of, it's crazy because, but what I think about when they do that is like they're growing up listening to that stories that they're gonna be like, oh my god, remember we were at a roller skate party and the DJ, we were asking him to play that. We weren't even old enough to listen to that song. Yeah. So you're creating memories with that.
Yeah, and while I'm being scarred for life, I still
close your eyes.
I still twitch when I hear that song. I hate the song because, it's the whole night. The whole night. I would play that record like 20 times, but it's nothing like you're playing the record and they're skating up to me like, can you play?
It's it's like something about like when you're little, like having a DJ and like being able to put in a request is cool. That's why. Yeah. Like I remember like my like middle school dances and stuff. Like everyone would go into the gym or whatever, and everybody wanted to put a song on the list. Like it was a thing.
It's a whole thing. I don't mind requests. It's just when you're asking me to play the song that's already playing. Yeah, like, that's the part. Not gonna play this again. That part, yeah. Well, can you play it again? Like, I'll play it in a few minutes. Like,
what's the max time you'll play a song in like a 4-hour DJ session?
Max, like number of times?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't really have a max. And
Jen does. Hers is once. Because we went out and she was like, they played this already.
Yo, for real. Like that used to be a thing. Like that used to be a thing with DJs. And it's like, yo, I'm only playing this song once. And so it was so important to like, when are you going to drop this record? And you be holding this record. Yeah. I have footage. I have to digitize it with Doc B Sunday nights. At the club is on Delaware Avenue. It's an indoor-outdoor club. I forget what it's called now. It used to be called Bahama Bay, but it went through all these chrome. Yeah, right. When Lean Back, Fat Joe's Lean Back.
Goodness.
Oh, that was the time to be alive.
Yo,
that was the time to be alive. I tell you that
shit. That record, I have the video of him playing that record 5 times in a row. And every time he started over. They acted like it was the first time they heard that song.
But you know what song was like that too? The Young Jock one, Meet Me in the Club.
Yeah.
And everybody was doing that.
That thing. I don't know if anybody, at least in my personal experience, I've never seen a record have that kind of response. And what was amazing about Lean Back was for months that record label was pushing that record. Like I was in a record pool, and so if you don't know what a record pool is, labels send a person all these records, and then they distribute it to DJs. And so the better the quality DJ in the pool, the better the records are. And so like every 2 weeks, I get boxes of records, and you have to listen to the records, you have to rate it and give the feedback. For months, Lean Back was in the box. Like I had so many copies of that record because they were trying to push it, and it just wasn't going anywhere. It just wasn't going anywhere. And then they shot a video, and then I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden this song just caught fire. And like, yeah, every Sunday, 5 times. Everybody's like,
was the Remy Ma part. Yes. That was what did it for me for that song.
Oh, to the easy. M to the wizard. My arms stay breezy.
Yeah.
740 Facade. Yeah. Ride till I die.
Yo. I mean, I got
that song was hot.
It was what? Yeah.
It was amazing. And I mean, even the bouncers was Lean Back.
Yeah, the
whole thing.
That was a time to be alive. I'll tell you that much.
That's what I miss. That's what the people like. The whole club, everybody's dancing. Just
we have that now. We get that with Swag Swerve.
We have that now. What is it?
Drake nights in Philly. They have it probably like it used to be once a month. Somebody told me one time like go to Drake night. I'm like Drake night, and somebody was like that sounds like a sorry ass night or like a sad ass night. I'm gonna try it one day. We went, me and my one girl, we went, the tickets were $10. and it was at the Fillmore in Philly. So we went. The entire place was packed to capacity. It had the downstairs, upstairs. There's no assigned seating. When I say packed to capacity, and then all night. So for the first 2 hours, they played regular music, but from 11 to 1 a.m. they played nothing but what has Drake has touched. That entire place, everybody's bouncing at the same time, and this was probably like right before COVID. It's called Drake Night, so they have Drake Night, and they just started up. I started going every single month.
Maybe you told me about it. I don't remember, but I've heard about it.
I'll show you guys the videos. Every month they did it. Every month, and the tickets to this day I think are only still $10.
Mm-hmm.
You could get like a section upstairs now, but it was just $10 because there was no assigned seating.
Mm-hmm.
When I say like you could watch from the top, everybody just bouncing at this. I was like, oh, this is it. So they still do have it, but you just have to.
You gotta find it. You gotta find it.
It's called Drake, and it's called Drake Night. And then I started telling people about it, and people started going, and they're like, "Damn!" They're like, "Why didn't I know about this before?" I'm like, "Yeah, because you only hear Drake Night, and you're like, oh, it's a sorry ass night, but it's Drake is a."
He's a beast.
Mm-hmm.
He's made his catalog is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it appeals when I say it was all different people from all different white people, Asian people, black people, Hispanic. It was everybody you would see in there, and everybody's like, shoulder to shoulder and stuff. Drake nights are lit, and I wish fuck COVID, man. That shit
I wonder there's an R&B and only. Have you seen that? I wonder if that's the same people.
There's a trap karaoke now too, where it's karaoke. It's a big ass party. They did it at the Queen in Wilmington. It's called Trap Karaoke, and literally you would sign up to do it, and it would be like it's like a big ass concert for just regular people. There's still, you just got to know what.
I mean, I know it's out there. It's just not, it's not the same. Like before you could stumble into something that was hot. Now you have to know Drake Night. You have to know, these things.
It's not the norm anymore.
It's not the norm, it's the exception. There you go. So, yeah. But in terms of a DJ in your party, just remember you get what you pay for, and a great playlist is better than a bad DJ all day, every day. So just because people be trying to get you on the cheap, like for the house party. It's just the house party. It's like, yo, my time is my time. Like whether I'm at a club or here, like you gonna pay. Like
it's the same rate.
Actually, it's more because I have to bring my sound system out. Like if I go to the club, everything's there, so I'm just showing up. So, but if I have to, if I got to bring my shit out, set up sound and all that, it's actually more. And then plus just the, it's not always safe. I mean, it's you deal with dumb people knocking into your shit, So
how drunk do you let people get at your house party?
My personal party, as drunk as they want to get. I don't, So, shit, I was fucked up.
I always get drunk and pass the fuck out at my friends' house parties. There's video of me sleeping on every single party there's been. I get 2 drinks in me, I'm done. You know what?
Oh, you're a cheap date.
Literally, I'm like 1 glass. Like, I'm okay.
Really? As long as I know where I'm sleeping, I'm good.
And you'll find me in the corner. And then all of a sudden, like, I'll feel somebody put a blanket over me, like, thank God.
Nah, you can get drunk here. Shit, man. My one friend got so drunk he decided he wanted to start wrestling people. He left a damn scuff mark in my carpet. How you leave a scuff mark on a carpet? It came out, but it was a whole lot from when they were doing their moves. I'm like, yo, y'all gotta go, man.
Got rug burn like a motherfucker.
Y'all gotta go. You left a scuff mark on carpet. Like, the fuck?
I probably will throw. It's crazy when I used to have my best friends at the end of the night, they would always be in my kitchen having a heart to heart sitting on the kitchen floor. And I used to walk in, I'm like, you bitches are still here? They'd be sitting there crying. I'm like, I'm going upstairs. And I would just leave them there talking all the time, crying. I'm like, but I guess I missed that. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll DJ your house party.
It'd be crazy. It'd be wild.
Yeah, I'll DJ your house party. There you go. For your birthday. All right.
I'm not having nobody over my birthday. No. Oh, I don't want to do nothing. And then the thing is, I worry about my dogs. I got 2 pit bulls. So they'll be downstairs locked up, and then they get anxiety when people are in my house and they can't see them because they're my protective dogs. So they'll be down there having a panic attack while we up there twerking. Like, no, that's not fair.
Oh, okay. There you go.
My poor babies.
All right. Okay. Well, I think we colored the party thing. Hey, did anybody have anything for shut up? Stop typing. Your stupid is showing.
I do.
You do? What?
If anyone doesn't.
I don't.
No, it's all you. Because I didn't. There's nothing that I saw that I'm willing to talk about at this point in time.
So someone made a post of their son playing on like a play kitchenette. And apparently it made the internet go wild with people on both sides saying they would never let their son play on a play kitchenette.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And it's funny, but then it's not. Like, the jokes are funny. Like, they're like, that's why I can cook for your baby mama, like, and stuff like that. It's funny. But I'm like, I don't understand, like, what can a play kitchenette do to your son?
Make him want to cook when he gets old enough to be able to cook.
Thank you.
People. That's. I mean,
their
where do chefs come
from? Survival skills.
Yeah.
But people are saying, opposing sides saying that.
I saw that, and I saw somebody on my Facebook was like, I'm not going to let my son have a kitchen. The fuck?
Mm-hmm.
I can't comprehend that. A kitchen is not going to make your son any gayer. It's not going to make him any straighter. It's a fucking kitchen.
Him playing, he's a child. Like, children are playing. It has nothing to do with their sexuality.
Their gender.
Or anything.
Yeah, no.
They're playing and using their imagination to have fun.
My son will have the best kitchen set money can buy.
Yeah.
That's just, it's, yeah. They're dumb.
They're stupid, we're showing.
They're stupid, we're showing. So, yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Okay. All right. Things that culture people do. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
We're ready. Okay. Watch films with subtitles.
Yes. Parasite. Y'all should watch that on Hulu.
Okay.
It's a good movie.
So on top of me having to watch and concentrate on the movie, I also have to read it.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I mean, are you going to learn to speak Korean or Japanese, or so you're going to miss out on a good film because
being as though I'm bilingual.
Oh, here's the flex.
Excuse me.
Here's the flex, the humble flex.
I don't like watching movies that I have to read. I used to always, as a child, my dad used to always have the freaking Telemundo channel on.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew I watched the movie in English, but now I was forced to watch it in Spanish. So I'm trying to follow along in Spanish. But like nothing was adding up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't like this. And I never like subtitle movies ever again.
But if you can speak Spanish, why didn't you have to read the subtitles?
Like it would, or they would have like they would have the subtitles in Spanish.
And it's an English movie.
And the English movie would be on. And so I'm reading it. And I used to be like, the hell's
Fail. The ugly laugh.
It's complicated, but no, it's a flex, but it's complicated.
Mm-hmm.
The brain works a little funny.
Okay.
But like B said, watch movies with subtitles.
Not for Jennifer.
Do you watch movies with subtitles?
No.
I can't lie. I cannot be tired. And it has to be suggested. And it has to be like a good movie.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what if you're laying in bed and then you're reading and then you're like, so now you're missing out on the whole thing. It's just complicated. You don't think so?
I think
What
No, I know so.
What cultural person do you know that watches movies with subtitles?
Well, those are the people that go to like film festivals and they go to like the Ritz in Philly theater where they have the films you'll never hear of, and they're usually in foreign films where they're usually in subtitles. So if I guess the only way that I could do it is if I actually went to a theater, because then I'm at full attention. Anywhere else, if I'm at home, my attention's always a little bit divided. So I don't know if I would be focused enough to actually.
So are we telling them to watch foreign films
I think
instead?
so, yeah. Well,
So
we can remix
that's
it
good. That's
yeah,
good.
Yeah. So
Well, and then that's also how you learn a different language.
right. Sort of kind of, yeah. Get some exposure. Culture people generally, it's just about exposure to different things, evaluating.
Yeah.
So, which is what we're trying to encourage here while having fun.
When I traveled to Portugal, I was in the shop and I met this guy, and not that Americans can't live in Portugal, but he's talking to me and I'm like, are you from Portugal or are you from the US? And he's like, no, I'm from Portugal. And I'm like, oh, like, and I was trying to figure out, like, I don't want to be like, oh, well, your English is really good. But usually they take that as a compliment. I'm like, is English your first language? And he's like, no, Portuguese is. And I'm like, okay. And he told me that he learned his English from Netflix.
I believe.
And he literally sounds like someone from California.
Yeah. Sounds
My
about
best
right.
friend,
Yeah.
she is white, and she learned Spanish. She had a Mexican boyfriend, and she used to just hear them talk to each other. And that's how she learned. And she speaks Spanish so well. And then my mom, she used to always speak to my friends in Spanish. She didn't care if you knew it or not. You had to make out whatever she made. I'd be like, Mom, they don't speak Spanish. She'd be like, they'll learn. And one of my best friends now has like a dialogue conversation with my mom all the time now in Spanish. So it's how you learn too.
That's dope. Okay.
So watch a foreign film. It doesn't have to be Spanish, but just watch a foreign film.
Every once in a while, do yourself a favor. Okay, so the other thing is, which is just on point with this, put on an accent to pronounce foreign words.
What?
If a word has an accent, a foreign word has an accent, then use
like
accent.
pronounce it in the language that it's supposed to be spoken.
Like acai and not acai.
Yes.
Or like people say Mexico, but it's Mexico.
Mexico. Yes. Sí. Muy bueno. Hey.
I'm trying to think of what is something else?
I was trying to think of words too, and like as soon as we stop recording, they're gonna all just come flooding around. Yeah. So, anything that you could roll the R with, like, yeah.
Well, I think a lot of words, because you know how we say Parmesan, it's not even pronounced like that.
No, yeah.
I'm not even gonna try to butcher it. Or mozzarella too. Is it mozzarella or something like that? We pronounce it the American way.
Like champagne.
No,
Champagne.
nice try.
Who pronounces it like that?
Nobody.
Just fucking around. If you just say it like if you pronounce it the way it's spelled, champagne.
Pronounce the word from the country.
Cologne, parfum.
Or people say Colombia, but it's Colombia. It's COLO. Colombia. But people say Colombia.
Yeah.
It's Colombia.
Okay.
I can't. It's not a word. It's not pronunciation, but it's like what you like call things. Or so I'm Jamaican, and we say spread your bed. And I used to get made fun of like at school or like in college because I'm like, I'm spreading my bed. Yes, you're spreading your sheets. I'm not making my bed. I'm not building my bed.
But you're not spreading your bed apart either.
I'm spreading my sheets on my bed.
So when I say I'm spreading my sheets on top of my bed.
No, I'm spreading my bed.
What are you spreading it to do?
I'm making, I'm making, I'm making my bed.
Spreading my bed.
Sounds a little naughty.
It does. Sounds like what are you spreading over there?
Go up there and spread the bed. You need to go spread your legs.
Oh my God. I don't know what I was expecting for it to come out your mouth just a while ago when I was looking at you. But it wasn't that.
Oh.
But yes. I'm dead.
wrong with him?
I don't know.
He needs help.
You need help with that accent.
Oh no. No,
That was
not
bad. No,
professional.
It was.
no,
You sound like
that-
Sebastian off of Ariel.
Yes.
The Little Mermaid.
No.
That's not a Jamaican accent.
Because if it was a really solid Jamaican accent, then it would be more disrespectful. I feel
No, I've been like, ew.
oh, Lord. No. We don't be doing no accents. All right. Well, so Jen's not going to have a house party for her birthday.
Will you be back for your birthday?
No, I'm going after.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm going
Okay.
the second week in January.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Tampa. I'm gonna go experience Tampa, see what it's like down there. That's my warm up to maybe going to Miami. So I want to go to Tampa, see what it's like down there. Have some friends
I want to
that
go
live
to.
down there.
We should plan a trip to Miami.
What? Put what?
Bienvenidos.
You
a
see, this is the thing,
Miami.
B. Have to plan things. B proposed a trip like 2 weeks before we were supposed to go.
No, it wasn't 2 weeks.
And no, okay. Well, he proposed 2 dates.
We
Both
just
of the
couldn't
dates I
make
couldn't
it.
do. I was like, someone's 90th birthday is on this one.
That was because I got the bomb ass airfare. That's what it was all about. But no, normally I am a planner. Like,
But you can't. What I'm saying is, like, you can't be mad at me that
I wasn't.
You know,
Who said I was mad at you?
who was the like?
Like, I was like, oh, the idea of like, oh, you want to plan a trip to Miami? Okay. That's what that was about. There's
Okay.
Y'all be putting anger on, like I'm some angry person or something. I'm like the farthest thing from angry one could be.
No.
But how? What?
You probably don't get angry, but you feel some type of way.
Yeah, but that's not being angry.
But we don't want you to feel some type of way. But she's trying to say you shouldn't feel some type of way because things come up. You should just be neutral about it. Like, okay.
Anyway, there's always the future. So I love Miami.
Yeah,
I'm
you
ready
act like
to go
that's the
back
last,
whenever.
and like Miami faded away, and that was it.
Nah, I just want to have a good time as soon as possible because no, tomorrow's not promised, whatnot. So global warming, Miami could just get washed away.
Well,
my God.
hopefully not in this lifetime.
But I do want to plan a trip for my 30th as well.
When is your birthday?
April.
Do it.
I'm thinking Belize because they have really good snorkeling there. It's like one of the last reefs that are
You do love
out
water.
there.
I still gotta re-up my passport.
Do
Me
it now
too.
because they're taking forever. Mine doesn't expire till 2026.
Mine expires in February. I need to do that.
No, do that yesterday.
I know.
Do that yesterday.
I'm so like, you know what's preventing me from doing it?
But
Going to take the damn picture.
you just go to the post office.
I
B, you do. My excuse is like, I'm waiting till I get my hair done. You have no hair. Put on that nice Uncle turtleneck that you got on today, and go down there and take that picture at the post.
Turtleneck.
They take your picture and they send off everything right there at the post office.
Now they take your picture at the post office?
I don't think. Are you sure?
And just call ahead and make sure whatever post office you decide to go to does passport.
I was just gonna go to Walgreens and.
No, because then you got to take your picture. Then you got to send it off. Just do it at the post office, and they do everything one-stop shop.
Really?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know. When did I get my passport?
And you pay the fee and
Oh, no,
everything.
it's been 5 years
Right
since
there.
I've had my passport. So.
And it will speed it up if you can.
Not now because of COVID.
No, I mean make your if you print out the paperwork before you go.
Yeah.
Saves you time.
You know what I did? Thank God we live next to Philadelphia. I drove my butt right to Philadelphia and I got my passport in like 2 days.
But they don't do that anymore, right?
Yeah, they do.
No, they do that
still
all
do
the
that?
time.
The office was
Okay.
just closed during COVID, but now if
Okay.
If you have a trip booked,
you just have to prove that you're.
you're going.
I knew you could do it. I know it's right by the Philadelphia Zoo,
And
but
I have to wait.
No,
I
it's not.
paid
No?
probably like 30. It's in Center City.
It's an old city. It's on Second, like around Second.
Okay.
Front, yeah.
I paid like $40 extra to have it in 3 days Because my
That's what I
dumb
might do just to get it over and done with.
Yeah, because or else you're gonna be waiting like 6 weeks nowadays. But yeah, I went right up there.
But if you do it that way, then you have to book the trip. You have to book everything because you have to prove
That you need it.
That you need it to have it be expedited. You just can't be rolling up there like I just want it fast. So otherwise, you have to pay for the expediting of it the other way, which I forget how much it is, and it's.
I paid in total $175. So
I'll just do it
120 and regular post office.
Okay.
But I just felt uncomfortable mailing out my birth certificate and stuff like that because you have to mail it out. But
not
just
when you're renewing.
it.
Yeah,
no,
renewing.
My first time I went up to mail.
Yeah,
I felt funny like mailing in my birth certificate.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna plan. You're gonna plan the trip to Miami. Is that what's gonna happen?
I can do that. I was gonna do Belize, but I can do both.
Can snorkel in the Everglades.
I could come to Miami.
Ew. You want to do Miami?
I would do Miami.
Okay.
No, it's, traveling out the country right now. It's a little funny for unvaccinated.
Oh.
I know. Like I can't relate.
But okay, we'll plan something.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to do. I know this is going on, but last thing I wanted to do New Year's in Miami, but
no.
Hotels are like $900 a night.
Of course.
Are they? You look. Is that what they're? I know. I looked on Hotel Tonight for art during Art Basel. I didn't realize it was Art Basel.
Me either, and I would have gone.
I'm like, yo, what the hell? Why
and they had a whole exhibit with the guy who passed away, the designer. Yeah.
Oh no.
From
Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
They had a whole exhibit for him.
Virgil, there you
right
go.
before he passed. One of my friends told me, literally probably like 2 weeks before that, he was telling me what it was. He was like, I go to this art show. He was like, I'm trying to go this year. I really want to go. He was like, and he was telling me about it. He was like, come. And I was like, all right. But I don't know. We just stopped. It never came back up. And then boom, he was just like, they had a whole entire show for him. And it was right before him. Like, dang.
But now I know. So like every year now I want to, or not every year, but like Miami Restaurant Week or like month or whatever it's called. Miami, Spice.
What month is that in?
September.
Oh, okay.
And then the art thing in December.
Art Basel. I'm always down to go to Miami. Anyway, so I think we've done enough. I'm pretty sure no one is motivated to do a trip. I mean, a house party. We've pretty much killed that.
If you host, I'll throw it.
Okay. All right.
A whole plan.
Okay. I'll keep that under advisement. Keep that in the back of my mind. You have anything to close out with, bro?
Nope. Thanks for listening.
I know. We're almost an hour and 42 minutes here. Jenny, what do you got to say?
Nothing.
Thank you for coming out.
Thank you
Yeah.
for inviting me. Thanks for having me.
Oh.
Thanks for letting me be a part of this.
And thanks for listening, guys. Remember to follow us at Rell Traveling.
Jenmazing _
And
at DJ Silk, and make sure you subscribe, comment, like, rate, all those things. Look, Jen is taking off her headphones off. We're not clear yet, Jen.
I know. I just had a scratch.
Oh gosh. Anyway, this is another episode of the Cultured Misfits podcast. Thank you so much for joining us and laughing and joking and all that stuff. And until the next time, be safe and be well. We are out.
bye.
Bye.
All right.